we need to find out what is coefficient of x to the power 11 in this expansion. So what do? We just see that what basic concept do we have. Then we think that, okay, we know what is the expansion of 1 plus x to the power n, right? And what is the general term here? If you write in general term in this expansion, you get NCR x to the power r. Exactly the same thing we have to apply here. Like here you see that instead of x you have a x square and instead of n you have a 4. So what's the general term here? You are going to write 4c, let's write a for this, a, and x square to the power n. That's the general term. What's the general term for the second one? Instead of n you have a 7. 7c, let's write b, general term, and then you have x cube the power b. And for the third one, what do you have? Yeah, 12c, let's write c for that. Okay. So x power 4 power c. Okay, so these are the general terms for expansion of each of them. When they get multiplied, then you need the coefficient of x to the power 11. Okay, so let's simplify a little bit more, because here you are going to get x to the power 2a, that's the power of x. Here you are going to get x to the power 3b, and here you are going to get 12c, c x to the power 4c. Now what do we need is the powers should add to give you a 11. Okay, so let's do that. So now it's a normal arithmetic which you have to do. So 2a plus 3b plus 4c is equal to, we can do hit and try. Okay, not much number are not big at all. So we can start with a is 0. Okay, let's assume that a is 0. Okay, what do we get if a is 0? You just want 3b plus 4c to be 11. Can you see that? Is it difficult to see? Like if you take, let's say, b to be 0, of course it is not going to work because you want multiples of 4 then. So just try, keep on checking. Okay, you see that if you take b to be 1, okay, so 3, and then this should be 8, right? So c should be 2 to get a 11. So you end up in getting a solution that a should be 0, b should be 1, and c should be 2. Okay, likewise you can try the other. So any other possibility you can check for that. Okay, there is no other possibility. If you try, let's say a is 1. Okay, so what do you get? So 3b plus 4c. So a is 1, this is 2. I subtract a 2 on both sides, so you get a 9. Okay, now what's the possibility? Of course b can be 3, yes, and c can be 0. That will give you a 9. Okay, any other possibility? Let's write this what you got. So a is 1 and b is 3 and c is 0. Any other possibility you think here? No? Just try for yourself. Okay, so a is 2. What do you think? This is 4, right? 2 times 2, that's 4. I will subtract a 4 on both sides. Okay, so what do you get if you subtract a 4? You get a 7. Okay, what's the easiest solution? Yeah, b is 1, c is 1, right? So let me just write that here. That gives you that. So what solution do you end up in getting? 2, 1 and 1. Shall we move with a is 3? Okay, you get 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, let's subtract a 6 on both sides. If you subtract a 6, there is no possibility that for b and c value you could get a 5. Okay, so no solution here. Let's try for a is 4. Okay, if you try a is 4, this is 8. Okay, let's subtract a 8 on both sides. You get a 3. Of course b can be 1, right? So let me just write again. Plus 4 times 0, that's 3. So you end up in getting 4 and 1 and 0, right? That's your another solution. Now 5, of course it is not going to work because this is going to 10 and you are not going to get 1 from anywhere else. Okay, so that's it, you are done. Okay, there are 4 solutions. Now let's try to get the coefficient at one place. Okay, what coefficient do we get? 4c0. Okay, that's 1 only, let's not write that. With 1 you get 7c1, that's the coefficient you get from here, and from here you get 12c2, that's the coefficient. Okay, now let's add another coefficient which you get from here, that is 4c1, then 7c3, and then 12c0. Let's not write again, 12c0, that's 1. Okay, so from the third bracket what do you get? 4c2, then 7c1, and then 12c1. Okay, these coefficients these are the coefficient of x to the power 11. Let's do the last one. What do you get? 4c4 and then 7c1. Okay, 12c0 is again 1. Okay, you just need to compute what are these values. 7c1 is a 7, 12c2 will get 12 into 11 over 2 factorial, that's 2. 4 7c3, you just compute that. 765 over 3 factorial. Okay. And from here you get 4c2, that's 6, I know that. You can compute. 7, 12c1 is also 12. 4c4 is 1, and then 7c1 is also 7. Okay, just try to compute all these values. Okay, 66 times 7, okay, that's 462, and then this gets cancelled. 35 times 4, that's 140, and here you get 42 times 12, that's 504, and then here you get a 20. No, you just get a 7, right? Yeah, here you just get a 7, and then you add all of them, you end up in getting 1113. Okay, so that's the coefficient you get. Okay, so it's just kind of normal arithmetic which you are doing, and the only concept we use that we knew the expansion of this, right? And here anyways we use hit and trial method to get the solutions here, and we used hit and trial because this number was very small. Okay, we can actually do that way. Okay, nice question. See you with another soon.